What's up? On this episode of Build a Kingdom, we're going to fix this bent control arm right here. You can't see it. It's back here. Boop, it's bent. Hopefully that's all that's bent. The control arm is here. It's right here. From eBay. They're like $39 each if you buy them separately. You can get them together, but it's usually the right one that you bend. So I bought two right ones because I didn't have one in my trailer like I normally do. Apparently somebody bent one. And I gave them the one that was on the trailer and then didn't replace it, which is something I would do. So, new control arm. I got another one in the truck to put in the trailer so that I have it. I have a left and right that I carry with me to the racetrack. And we're going to swap this out quick. And then we will throw a tire on this and set it down and see if it appears to be towed back out the way it's supposed to be. I'm here by myself and I can't measure it right now, but visually it should look the way it did before Saturday's race. The suspension anyways, the body's not going to look the same. We still got some work to do on that. But hopefully we get the mechanical part set and we can, move on. Because like I showed in the last video, you see this one? You see this one? This one? This one? Yeah. It's bent. So took a little bend here. Pull that out of there. Throw a new one in. And hopefully that will fix our toe and suspension issue. I don't think the strut is bent, but I got a new one on the way anyway. It's not that big a deal. I can bring it to the track with me, and if it feels like it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, I'll bring the spring compressor with me, and we can swap that out quick. It's not that big of a deal. So we're going to do the control arm, get this thing down on the ground, and see what it looks like. Here we go! All right, we're back on the floor. As you can see, this tire, can't see it because I put the snow back on. If we look down on it, looks like it's tipped out just a hair. Not a ton, it's almost straight, but we got a little bit of toe out on this side. Come over here. And same thing. It's toed out just a hair. So, I got to measure it, but I don't have anybody here to measure it with me. And I don't have the special tool that we use to measure it by ourselves. So, visually, we are no longer towed in. So, that's good. Hopefully that means that the strut is not bent. But I'm going to have to measure it to be 100% sure. And then, of course, it's an aftermarket control arm, probably Chinese or something. They're like $39 on eBay. So, you can't ask a lot. It's probably not exactly the same dimensions. So, definitely going to have to check toe, but we should be in the ballpark, half, probably around the quarter to half toe out mark is what we're hoping for. But I will measure that, before we go to the racetrack. Or at the racetrack, one or the other. It works either way. And then, we'll see what we're working with. But Ransomville tires are on the car. I thought I painted Hell Yeah Brother on this one, but apparently I didn't. We're going to have to get the stencil out. So that's where we're at. And I still got to put the side skirt back on. I should dig that out of here. My kid's box of toys and crap. Of course, fell farther in. Luckily, it didn't get torn or anything, but we got to knock some rivets out of it and stuff. We'll get that back on there. We got to fix this door mount. That one up there got ripped out too. So we got to fix that. I'm going to have to hit up Shuey Graphics and get me another Gunsmoke graphic. But yeah, got to get that back on there. And I should probably drill the rivets out of this door and take this door panel off and fix that dent. I don't know if we'll get to that or not. Maybe. We got one on the other side too, so. I can't find any of my pry bars, which is normally what I use to get these dents out, because I can stick it in there. Usually I can fish it and kind of, at least the one on the other side I should be able to do that, get the dent out, but I don't know They must be in my trailer, and my trailer's not here. So that's that. The Nerf bars for the Volkswagen, for the Beetle came in, so that's cool. I just got home from work, and I was really hoping my kids would be here so I could get them fitted in this seat. But they are, I believe, up the street swimming. So we're not going to get to that. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Today is, what is today? Today's Wednesday. So we got 2 days till Ransomville. I think I'm going to grab the drill since nobody's home and try to get that stuff, body stuff on the other side fixed. If I'm feeling spunky, maybe I'll pop that door off. Here's the dent on this side. I got to try to... But on this side, I left the structure in here. Factory structure, so I can't get in there. I might be able to get up under it with something maybe and pop that out. That's a pretty good one, though. It's a race car. It's never going to be perfect, but moving forward, we got Ransomville Friday. I haven't checked the weather. Hopefully it's good. It is autograph night. So we will, we'll go up there, have some fun. Just a regular night of racing. That's what we're up to. One of these days I gotta get over to DJ's and put the mirrors and the license plates on the Beetle. He's still working on the wiring, so maybe I'll pick a day when he's gonna be working and we can take the camera with us and see what's going on over there. See Sam's cute little stickers that she put on here. Yeah, I sent it. She had those made. Cute, right? All right, let's get to work. All right, I decided to tackle some body work. We got that one out a lot from where it was. I just pulled this back and slammed a hammer up in there until we got a lot of that one out. You saw me rip that back on. And the side skirt's back on. We hammered some of this one out too. Got 2x4 and a hammer, and I don't know. It's better than it was, but that's a pretty good groove there. It's right on the body line, of course, so it makes it harder. Now, short of taking the door all the way off, laying it on the floor, and really body working it with a hammer and a flat, that's about as good as you're gonna get, race car style. We hammered this plate back flat, got all that riveted back on. We hammered this fender out, that was all smashed in, and we got the side skirt on. I just realized I missed a rivet. So, all right, cosmetically we're good. Suspension probably good till I get Kurt or Donnie or somebody to, maybe even my wife, give me a hand measure in tow. We are where we are, I guess. That's how we're gonna put that. I just realized I need to wash my air filter. Gotta get that off there and wash that. She's dirty. So I'm gonna take that off, soak that down and wash that. But other than that, this car is probably ready to go. Back this out. Boop. Probably ready to go for Friday. Unless my dad wants to come up here and try to get some of this rubber off. I'm not doing that. He likes to do that. I should probably get Scotch-Brite and WD-40 or whatever he uses and get that off of there. This side's not as bad, but this is pretty good donuts there. A little bit of rubber. A little bit of rubber. Rubbing's racing, right? So they say. Banging is not racing. Rubbing is racing. If you watch what we did in that video, that GoPro video, me and Rocco, the guy who won the race, he was trying to hold me down. That's a big part of, 4 cylinders is you got to keep them up, keep them wound up. He knew his car was wounded, and he was trying to hold me down on the racetrack and hold me off, and it worked. He got there before I did. I probably should have adjusted my line and maybe went for the high side there on that last turn. Maybe I could have gotten a better run. Who knows? Hard to say. Hindsight's always 20/20. But, people get upset in the stand sometimes when you're rubbing, but nobody got a flat tire. We weren't slamming into each other. Just a little bit of rubbing, racing hard. That's part of it, I guess. I mean, I don't like making contact with other cars. It's definitely, I usually try my best not to touch the cars around me. That's a good way to cut down a tire, and you need your tires to finish a race. Left rear you can cut down. You can drive with that one flat, as you can see in the video. Richie there in front of me in the light blue car, he was driving with a left flat for most of the race, and I've done the same. It's kind of just a placeholder. But, yeah. All right. Oh, keep moving. All right, so I haven't been a good YouTuber. It's now been almost 2 weeks since I posted a video. And I'm sorry, the content just wasn't there. It rained out a couple of times. We didn't get to race. So, yeah, I didn't have anything for you. And honestly, I was being lazy and I didn't really work on anything. I did order, sorry, a car pulled in I didn't recognize. I did order a whole bunch of parts for the quarter midget, but I didn't actually do any work on the quarter midget. So yeah, that's where we're at. Right now my phone's plugged into the charger, but we are at the racetrack, and the rain is held off. We're at Ransomville Speedway. GoPro's charged. Car sitting out here. We just did the tow on it. And we're kind of just waiting for racing to start. And of course, in true Brad fashion, I pulled a 99 out of 100, so I'll be starting at the back of whatever heat I get stuck in, depending on what everybody else pulled. And I don't even know what the redraw is. I haven't gone up to look, so not a good start to the night. But yeah, we're gonna do what we gotta do, and maybe it'll make for good GoPro footage in the heat. I'm gonna go mount the GoPro right now, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get some good footage. not the best night at Ransomville. There's a quarter midget. As you can tell by that last picture there, the passenger door was missing when we came off the racetrack. It was that last lap hit there with Ian. I don't know what he was doing. He thought he was going to hit the wall, so he slammed down the brakes, and I was already full send, so there wasn't much I was going to do. I hit the brakes as hard as I could, but we clapped doors pretty hard, and mine came off. So, pulling 99 for the heat was not beneficial at all. We got stuck in traffic, couldn't really move. It was a top 4 redraw, and we wound up in 5th by 0.04. Seems to be a thing this year. Anyways, that put us at P9 for the feature, which is that's what we had at Genesee, and we made it all the way up to almost win that race. Not so much tonight. I just kept picking the wrong lane. I guess I was off my game, and we wound up 5th. That's not terrible. It's our worst finish of the year, but yeah, P5 for the finish. Just a little bit of cosmetic damage by the looks of it. I mean, we'll obviously check the suspension and stuff before next time we race. Notice I didn't say next week. We're off this weekend. Ransomville's not running. Freedom's not running. I believe Genesee is running, but it's just a regular old race. So regular old night. It's not a memorial or anything. No big money, so we're not going there. But we have stuff to work on. So there's that for the next video. I guess I can show you what we're working on for the next video. Ooh. Why is there a hatch? A Honda Civic. What? Oh, there's a roll bar there. Yeah, it's not ours. Nope, not mine. That is a Cole Susie vehicle there. He's building a drag car, so it's not even a dirt car. It's an EG. I believe it's an EG hatch. Don't quote me on quote me on that. I don't know anything about Hondas. So putting a cage in that. It is a Larry Dickinson cage. It doesn't. The way the EG is built, it doesn't really constitute a good rocker landing for a cage. So this one does go on the floor. We are going to tie it into the rocker. But yeah, we're going to use some angle, some 2x2 angle I got here to plate the floor and tie into the rocker panel. But we'll walk through that, putting that cage in, and that's what we're doing. We're going to work on this, putting a cage in this EG. We're going to probably work on the quarter midget a little bit, because I got a whole pile of parts for that thing. And we actually probably might go play with the Beetle. My buddy's off this week of work. I'm off too. I just decided I needed to take off. So we'll probably get over there and tinker with the Beetle a little bit too. This next episode is going to be that stuff. We're going to work on stuff. No racing in the next episode. At least I don't think so. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, I guess. But that's it for this episode. Keep it creative and happy building.